Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, and if you're not subscribing yet, please subscribe and hit the like button. So today's video, I will be sharing with you my K1 visa experience that was held at US Embassy Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And since I live far from the embassy, I checked into a hotel that is 5 minutes away from the embassy. So I'm with my co-worker, my friend, and my interview time was 12:30 and I arrived at US Embassy 11:30 in the morning. While I'm waiting for my interview time, I did something crazy that I almost missed my interview because of that incident. I'm taking video and right away the military guard took my phone and then he took my residence ID, or what they call it, 𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘢𝘆𝑚, and they detained me for 45 minutes. OMG, it's really OMG to me that time. I was thankful for the embassy guard because he helped me out of that situation. He told the military guard to let me get into the embassy because I have interview. They let me in 12:15. First I gave my appointment letter and my passport, and they checked my name in their list. And then I was surprised because my kids' names was also there. So I told them that they're not included in the interview. I went to security check. They scanned my purse and my folder. And since my medical result has a CD on it, the guard put a stamp on it. So it's here in Saudi, the hospital included the CD in the medical result. Who's talking? You're so don't disturb me, baby, because I
That's funny. You're like, who?
was talking. Look at Jeff. Where are you, Jeff? Look at Jeff there. So what? He's disturbing my what? I'm what? I'm already, I stop. Where am I now?
I'll be
So,
I'll shut the window.
baby, don't disturb me. Come here. So I'm lost now. So I went to second building, but before going to second building, there is a military guard. There is a military guard again, and he's holding a big rifle, and I have phobia with military guard, but he's guiding me where to go. He said just turn in the go left, and in the first door there is a guard there. I gave my appointment letter and my passport, and he gave me a priority number. And while there's an employees there that will guide you where to go, they told me to sit in the waiting area, and in 5 minutes my number was called. My number was in the screen already. So I went to window 12. He is a guy. He greeted me first. How are you? And I said, I'm good. How are you? And he said, I'm good. So I gave him my appointment letter and my passport, and he asked my name, and then he confirmed if Jeff Fletcher is my petitioner, and I said yes. So he said, put your 4 left fingers in the scanner. So I put my 4 left fingers, and then he said, put your 4 right fingers. So I put my 4 right fingers and then my 2 thumbs, and after that he said okay. So I thought that was it, but he started questioning me. Question to me was like this. It started getting dark here outside. You have a list of what his questions. So this is what I remember. I don't know if I missed some questions, but these are his questions that I remember. He asked if I was married before, and I said yes. And then when the marriage ended, what is the name of your husband? Do you have kids? How old? When is their birthday? Are they living with you? And I said no. Where are they living? When is your birthday? He asked me about that. My birthplace. What is the complete address of the petitioner? And what is his phone number? How old? And then when is his birthday? Where does your fiance work? When and where did you meet? And after I answered, he said, tell me more. So I told him that we exchanged few messages in that site, and after that he asked my Skype ID, and then we video chat right away. And after 5 months we decided to meet each other in Philippines. Then he's asking, when did you meet in person? Do you have chat logs? I gave him our chat logs, and he's checking it like oh, there's a plane. So he's checking it one by one. So by the way, our place is near in the airport. Every like 10 minutes you can hear a plane. I gave him our chat logs, and he checked it like he really, like he's reading it, like he's checking like that. And then after that he said okay, and he paused for a while, and then he asked if we have pictures together. I gave him our pictures, and then he's checking it, like he's reading it like one by one. He said he do like that. And then I said, okay, very good. And I was, what? Wow, it's very good. And I thought in my mind that was the final interview. And he said, okay, just sit and wait for your number to be called again. And he gave back the documents. Waited for like 10 minutes. No, 8 minutes, and my number was in the screen again. And I went to window 8. So she's a lady. She looks like a Filipina, and she's friendly. She smiled at me, and she said, how are you? And I said, I'm good, how are you? And she said, I'm good. She's smiling. But she asked me a lot of questions. She's asking what's my name, my petitioner's name, when is my birthday, how old am I, my birthplace. Actually, it's the same questions. Did I visited US before? Did I went to other country except Saudi Arabia? What is the complete address of your fiancé? So what is the complete address of the petitioner? His number, where does he works, how old, when is his birthday. While she's interviewing me, she's also asking for the documents. She have a checklist of what to ask. She asked my passport bio page copy, 1 2x2 pictures, and then my police clearance, and then my NBI clearance. My police clearance was it's Arabic, so there's also a English translation. My bank receipt, so that's what she's asking, and my birth certificate of marriage with annotation, and my termination of marriage. She's asking, are you married before? And I said yes. When the marriage ended, what is the name of your husband? do you have kids? I said yes. Do you have their birth certificate? And I said no. Oh, so what's their name? How old? Are they in the same father? And I said yes. Are they coming with you in the US? I said later. When and where did you meet your fiancé? When did you meet your fiancé in person? How many days you spent together? So she saw my engagement ring. So she asked, "Is that your engagement ring?" And I said yes. And she asked the receipt of it. She said, "Can I have the receipt?" So I gave her the receipt. Do you have chat logs and other evidences of your ongoing relationship? So I gave her my chat logs and my pictures and the copies of the cards that Jeff sent me, and I also included the some of the money remittances. So what else? She asked. She she asked 3 times of the birth certificate of my kids, but unfortunately I did not bring the birth certificates of my kids. She told me to sit and wait my name to be called again, but after like 10 minutes, she called me again, and she said, oh no, not 10 minutes, it's like after 5 minutes she called me again, and she said, "Oh, do you have documents of your working, what do you have working documents?" She said. And so I gave him the photocopy of my 𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘪 or my working document. Then she said, "Okay, wait for your name to be called for the final interview." So that's it. So in final interview, it took like 10 minutes, and then they called my name, and then she is a lady. He looks like a Chinese, and she smiled, and then she said, "How are you?" And I said, I'm good. How are you?" And she said, "I'm good." Her question is, she asked me if I'm married before, and when is the marriage ended. Tell me about your marriage. Then she asked if I'm in a relationship with my fiancé while I'm still married. Said I filed my annulment before I meet my fiancé, but like I filed my annulment last 2016, but it took like 2 years and 5 months before it is finalized. And she said, "Oh, it's like I already filed annulment before I meet Jeff." And she asked if my fiancé meets my kids, if my fiancé meet my kids, and I said no, they only video chat. And she smiled and she asked, "Are you happy?" And of course I said yes. And she smiled, and then she asked, "Is religion not a hindrance?" And I was shocked. "Oh, no, no, we both Christian." And she said, "Oh, I thought you're a Muslim because I'm wearing a hijab. I'm covering my hair that time." She said, "Okay." What else she asked? No, she's not asking me a lot of questions. She said, "Okay, that's all, but that's all." And she said, "Since your lack of documents, I will give you a piece of this paper." She said she's printing a paper, and I was disappointed that time because I thought I will be approved, and unfortunately no, because I'm lack of documents, the documents of my kids, the birth certificate. She said, "I will give you this paper, and then after you you submit the documents, we will process your visa immediately, and it's like after 10 days you will receive the visa. That time I'm disappointed. We're just focusing the front page of our packet 3 like this one. We're only focusing here, and there is no birth certificate here of the kids, and I did not read here, I think in third page that documents you need to obtain. So my advice to you guys who will have interview, that please read in your packet 3 the checklist, and not only this one but all the pages. Check all the pages, what documents you will need, and check it thoroughly, because actually I told Jeff to check our packet 3, and I think we misunderstand, and it's kinda what now here, like it's dark now, because I think it's 9 o'clock in the evening now, so it's getting dark. So what else I can advise? Interview is not that scary. When at first you feel nervous, but after like 2 questions you will be relaxed. And I'm also thankful for that military guard, but because of them my nervous was gone, it's gone because of them. So I forget about my interview for like 45 minutes because I was worried of me get in prison. They said I will be in prison for taking video.
Can I get your ID card, ma'am?